As a leader, do you feel that your team members are staying silent and holding back their ideas? Have you ever reacted to your colleagues' view in a way that you regretted your behavior afterwards? Well, knowing how to respond positively to your colleagues' inputs, even if you don't agree or accept them, is an underestimated leadership power. Let's learn how to respond well, not react, and create a climate where your team members feel safe to share their messages. I was part of a large HR team, and during our monthly face-to-face meetings, we brainstorm about how to enhance employee engagement within the company. I am very passionate about this topic, so I felt it was a great opportunity to share my ideas. One of my ideas was to organize a special retreat event for middle managers to connect and recharge their batteries. When I shared this idea, my manager turned to me and reacted angrily. "You cannot be serious! It's such a wasteful idea. We don't have time to stupid team building games." All of a sudden, I felt like a little girl who did something wrong, and her parents told her off. I stepped back from the rest of the brainstorming session and held back my other ideas. I started the meeting full of enthusiasm, good intention, and now I felt humiliated and ashamed. Additionally, I realized that the climate has also changed, and my colleagues looked at their shoes or computers, avoiding eye contact and staying silent. As I didn't want to burn myself again or feel incompetent, a dilemma popped up in my mind. Is it better to play safe and be quiet during team meetings? Now, you might be thinking, how should my boss have responded to my out-of-the-box idea then? What is the right leadership approach that could motivate colleagues to speak up? In her famous book, The Fearless Organization, Harvard Business School professor Dr. Amy C. Edmondson says, "Nobody likes to look ignorant or incompetent in front of their colleagues, and certainly not in front of their boss. That's a very fundamental desire. It is a basic human need to want to feel competent and accepted and welcomed by others." Furthermore, Google conducted a 4-year study into team effectiveness called Project Aristotle, and they found out that the number one critical factor for team success is the belief that the team will not embarrass, reject, or punish each other for speaking up. The number one critical factor. And it all starts from the direct manager. As leaders, we have a huge impact how the team members interact and respond to each other. Edmondson suggests that the leader should acknowledge and express appreciation when team members speak up and share their thoughts. You must be thinking, are you kidding? Should I appreciate bad ideas too? I know from my own experience that many times a colleague shares an idea that doesn't make any sense. Either the company doesn't have the time, energy, human resources, or budget to implement that. Or maybe as a leader, I have already considered that option before I decided against it. So how should I appreciate a pointless view when there is so much on my shoulders? But welcoming and appreciating a colleague's view doesn't mean that you have to accept and implement it. It only means that regardless of the value of the contribution, you appreciate that they spoke up and had enough courage to share it. So the team can move on and brainstorm further or build on that idea. But without contributions from your colleagues, you will only hear your own opinion, which is a huge loss. So let me share my leadership tips on how to respond well to your colleagues' views. First and foremost, ask yourself, how do I respond when my colleague shares a mistake or a wacky idea? What is my initial reaction? Do I respond with annoyance, disappointment, or frustration? Or do I listen carefully with an open mindset, even if I don't agree? I had another leader who was excellent at appreciating our ideas. He kept eye contact, turned his whole body towards me, and avoided any other distraction like using a mobile or writing an email while I was speaking, had a really positive impact on me. I felt that I shared something important and my voice really mattered. Also, I know from my own coaching experience that just a thoughtful nod or saying, as an acknowledgement could really open up the people and invite them to further interact. But don't forget that words matter too. When, how, and what you say have a huge effect, and taking care of the words you are using is another way to creating a supporting environment. Edmondson further suggests that your first response should be one appreciation. Regardless of whether it's the best or worst input from your colleagues, just valuing their courage and openness of speaking up and thus contributing to team success is crucial. Saying things like, "I really enjoyed talking with you," or "It was such a fruitful conversation. Thanks for speaking up," or It was always good to hear a different point of view. Or, thanks for being so creative. The above-mentioned few points could really make a difference in your leadership presence. So which one of these practices would you like to try out tomorrow? As a summary, your leadership response really matters. An appreciative answer doesn't equal acceptance. You can either agree, disagree, respectfully challenge, or educate your colleagues. But valuing ideas is one of the first steps to creating a climate where your colleagues strive to speak up and feel that their voice matters. If you like this video, click on the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel because we will be back with more leadership videos soon.